Today's video is about farrowing. For those who do not know, farrowing is when a sow gives birth to piglets. The first thing for farrowing is you must first sanitize the area where the sow will be placed, check the pen for any sharp edges, and anything that could be harmful to the sow or piglets. Have all of the proper equipment to assist with their birth, for example, needles, syringes, sleeves, lube, scalp blades, all ready to go, and if they need to be sanitized, have them sanitized by a sanitizer with chlorhexidine solution mixed with water. Also have all the medications such as prostaglandin, oxytocin, and iodine. Make sure you check these dates so that you're not using expired medications, and the heat lamps for the piglets. For farrowing, you always want to have your sow in the farrowing barn no later than the 110th day of gestation, which is around 5 days before farrowing. This needs to be done so that she is comfortable and knows her surroundings before the farrowing. The sow will be placed in what is known as the farrowing crate if they are in large production process.
There are some signs of farrowing that you need to be aware of. Some of those signs are nest building, which is if your sow is in a farrowing crate, she will not be able to do. If she's at a farm, then she will do nest building, which is just simply when she makes an area that's comfortable and safe for her piglets. Restlessness is another one. During this, you will notice her pacing and not acting like she normally does. The sow's udders will become firm and swollen, and then about 8 hours before farrowing, they will start to squeeze milk out. Some other signs of farrowing are twitching of the tail, and the sow will expel blood stains excretion. If your sow doesn't do this, it's okay, because only 50 to 60% of sows do. There are some of the most important signs to watch for. When you see them, you know you will be having piglets soon.
Labor will last anywhere from 30 minutes to 5 hours. In between piglets shouldn't be longer than 14 to 16 minutes. If it lasts longer than 45 minutes, then you'll probably have to intervene with this process and have to probably pull at least one. Unlike most animals, piglets can be either head first or hind feet first, so if it happens, don't worry, it will be okay. There are two different types of dead piglets. There's what is called stillborns, which the piglets would have died during the process of giving birth, and a mummified piglet, which has been dead for a long period of time and the soft tissue has been reabsorbed. There are many things that you need to be aware of during the farrowing process. If your piglet isn't coming out, there could be many reasons. Your piglet could be in an improper position and can't get through the birth canal, and the birth canal could have a twist. The bladder could be completely full, making it impossible for the piglets to go through the birth canal, and the birth canal could have a strange angle, and the piglets could be too large, or many different other things. After the last piglet is born, the placentas will be expelled 1 to 4 hours after. If the placentas are not expelled, you'll need to call the vet to come give her a shot, probably oxytocin. Sometimes they also give antibiotics to help with the process. Litter size is usually anywhere from 8 to 15 piglets, and the piglets usually weigh 2 to 3 pounds at birth. The United States average is 10.1 piglets per litter.
Now that the piglets are on the ground is when the farrowing crate really comes into play. A farrowing crate is a crate that keeps the sow from being able to turn around. This helps the piglets from being laid on by the sow, though it's not 100% effective. It has alleys on one or both sides where the piglets can walk around and have access to their mother for milk. As you can see here, we have an alley on both sides so that the piglets can get to the mother whichever way she is turned. These alleys also are so that we can place a heat lamp for the piglets, since they need to stay warmer than their mother and not have the sow suffer through the heat lamp shining on her. Another thing about the farrowing crate is useful because you can start creep feeding the piglets and not have to worry about the mother getting into the feed. 2 to 3 days after your piglets are born, they will go through processing, which is discussed in our next video.